Hello everyone, thanks for dropping by. The guy on the screen there is Mike Zeroh. In the Star Wars community, he's got a somewhat checkered reputation. Mike has a YouTube channel of the same name, and if you type in it in the search bar, you'll find this. Now, if you scroll down, you'll find everything about Star Wars. He does no other types of videos at all. Even from the beginning of this channel, all he's done is Star Wars. Now, Mike is a prolific uploader. He does 4 a day. As you can see, 11 hours ago, 15 hours ago, 19 hours ago, and 20 hours ago on the previous day. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the day before, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you would think that this is a major source of Star Wars information. However, you would be wrong. If you type in Mike Zeroh's name in the YouTube search bar, i.e. here, you'll find several other channel creators doing some investigation on him. Because if you look at the sources of what he says, i.e. play around on Google, you'll find that you come to a dead end and what he says is a source is non-existent. Now, I did some looking around with on Google with his name, and one of the links I found was this. As you can see, it's fakingstarwars.net, a comedy, parody and satire. Now, I don't know if this article is comedy, parody or satirical, but it is somewhat interesting and it clears the air about this channel somewhat. It says, Pablo Hidalgo, Mike Zeroh is a Lucasfilm creation. Now, this was done on February the 4th, 2019. After many months of speculation of where Star Wars YouTuber Mike Zeroh gets all his quote-unquote insider information, the cat is finally out of the bag. Face of Lucasfilm story group Pablo Hidalgo has revealed via Twitter that Zeroh is a product of said story group and also serves as his personal errand boy. During one of Hidalgo's infamous satirical Twitter rants, this time about nerdy clickbait headlines and fake Star Wars news, he let slip that Mike Zeroh is actually the low man in the metaphorical totem pole within the Lucasfilm story group. Not only does he become the scapegoat for publishing dozens of ridiculous, sometimes contradictory leaks on the Mike Zeroh YouTube channel, i.e. this, excuse me, where was it? Zeroh also goes on coffee runs for the group. Pablo's tweet as regarding Zeroh has of course been deleted, but somebody got a screen grab of it. And this is the tweet. This was done on the 29th of January 2019. Mike Zeroh is Lucas Story Group staff. His job is to spread misinformation about upcoming film projects for Lucasfilm, but he also gets me coffee. In other words, Mike there is on the Disney Lucasfilm payroll. He works for Disney, he works for Lucasfilm, and his job is to spread information and also get the Lucasfilm story group some coffee, like Kathleen Kennedy did for Spiegel and George Lucas. Zeroh, which is in fact an internet handle assigned to him by Hidalgo, as his real name is Mark Zaborowski, has to publish several videos a day spreading misinformation about whatever the next Star Wars film is at the time of posting, i.e. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, also Zeroh is even known to recycle scripts of past videos and just swap out the title, making it easier to publish so many videos. Excuse me, the air's dry in this room. However, The biggest twist of this story is actually that Zeroh spits out his YouTube videos is created via algorithm. Lucasfilm Story Group calls it the Zero-Tron. The Zero-Tron searches through speculative tweets from fans, message board threads from fans, Facebook posts from fans, and Reddit rants from fans, then jumbles up the info into building a cohesive script of on-screen personality, i.e. Zeroh, to speak to the masses, i.e. the Star Wars fans. Now, if you look at his eyes when he's doing his videos, you can clearly see he's reading from a teleprompter. He doesn't do it on the fly like I do for my videos, which is why sometimes I make errors. It's a surprise to be sure that Lucasfilm is behind the infamous Zeroh, because even The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson, i.e. him, was not in on the truth. But that once he got told, Johnson said, quote, "It's a welcome surprise to know that Zeroh is actually a product of Lucasfilm. Now when saying zeroed, when somebody messes up on the set of my next Star Wars movie, haha, you'll be lucky. That is totally actually happening despite what Pablo's algorithm says. We have also reached out to Mark Zaborowski, but his mother, he lives with his mother, said he was in the basement recording a new Star Wars news video and unable to comment." So, this is all clickbait, as it's called, and it's not real stories. It's 10 minutes of maybe 1 minute of a crumb of real stuff, and then the rest is just waffle and finishing, as halfway through it he always says, "Now let's pause here for a second." He does that on every single video. The stories here, Acolyte opening scene leak, Disney is mad about it, changes are coming. Jon Favreau apologizes to fans now, and this is why he reveals the truth. Kathleen Kennedy admits she hates Luke Skywalker. But sometimes these pictures, he uses the same one on different videos. So, what you see here isn't the truth. It's all bullshit. And Mike is paid to do this for the Star Wars fans because he's an employee of Disney and Lucasfilm. But he's got a bit of a thing against Kathleen Kennedy. Maybe he met her one day and he said the wrong thing, and as she was higher up the payroll than him, she put him in his place. That's why he throwing a petulant, hissy fit, and he just slags her off more than any other on all these videos. Kathleen Kennedy. As you can see, if you scroll down, dozens and dozens and dozens of videos, all against Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy in trouble again with Disney. Executive step in. Star Wars explained. He always does that. 6 months ago, Kathleen Kennedy says it's the fans' fault and terrible leaks. This is out of hand. 1 year ago, Kathleen Kennedy wants to fire Ewan McGregor now. This is too much. 7 months ago, Dave Filoni slams Kathleen Kennedy defends George Lucas. New details 3 months ago. On and on and on and on and on. So, I would take this with a pinch of salt. In fact, I wouldn't use any salt on this because none of this is true. It all comes from the Lucasfilm Story Group, and it's all misinformation from him. So I'll naturally put the link to that article below, but take whatever he said with a pinch of salt. He's just a disinformation agent, and what he says is a load of bullshit. I'll do the Big Chow video tomorrow, but for now I think I'm on the 10-minute mark. So that's it for this one. You all know the routine, so that's it. Bye-bye.